Hey guys, in this video I'm going to break down the entire playbook for starting and running an AI and automation agency in 2025. I'll walk you through the whole plan of action, starting from the bird's eye view of the space, and then diving into the specific steps you need to take to leverage the AI opportunity next year. If you're new to this channel, my name is Bogdan and I've been an entrepreneur for the past 10 years with a background in marketing and B2B sales. I've also worked in several startups, two of which I co-founded. Over the last 12 months, my business partner Nick, an experienced developer, and I have been running an AI and automation agency called Bosar Agency, where we've completed custom AI projects for thousands of businesses. And I also run this YouTube channel where I share tutorials on implementing AI in business, document my journey of building an AI agency, and help others level up their skills to take advantage of the AI opportunity. So, is it too late to start in 2025? The short answer: absolutely not. Starting an AI and automation agency in 2025 is not just possible, it's a perfect time as businesses are starting to embrace these technologies more than ever. According to the results of the Small Business AI Adoption Survey, 93% of small business owners agree that AI tools offer cost-effective solutions that drive savings and improve profitability. 83% of small business owners plan to continue their investments in AI. It's clear that the next few years will be a golden window to offer AI implementation services for businesses, especially AI agents that can be tailored to specific industries and tasks. This is exactly what our agency is focusing on, and we expect significant growth in 2025. Just pay attention to people like Sam Altman from OpenAI, the partners at Y Combinator, and others who have a front row seat to where the technology is going.
Agents are the thing everyone is talking about, I think for good reason. You know, this idea that you can give an AI system a pretty complicated task, like a kind of task you'd give to a very smart human that takes a while to go off and do and use a bunch of tools and create something of value. That's the kind of thing I'd expect next year. And that's like a huge deal. We talk about that like, oh, you know, this thing is going to happen. But that's like, that, if that works as well as we hope it does, that can really transform things.
Artificial intelligence, they go everywhere. There isn't, I guarantee you, there is not a single application that you can think of that is not going to be made better by AI.
Every 3 months, things have just kept getting progressively better. And now we're at this point where we're talking about full-on vertical AI agents that are going to replace entire teams and functions and enterprises. That progression is still mind-blowing to me.
The pace of progress is indeed something we've never seen before, and it's only a matter of time before most businesses incorporate full-blown AI agents, and that's why you want to position yourself as an expert now. Even though the core technology will be developed by companies like OpenAI, the average dentist or small business owner will not know how to set it up or integrate it into their systems. They will turn to you for help, and to make it happen, you need to start today. You need to obtain the expertise, gain some experience, and establish your track record. Alright, now let me quickly explain our approach. Let's say the current AI revolution started about 2 years ago, around the end of 2022 when ChatGPT was released. Since then, businesses have increasingly adopted AI tools to optimize their operations. Some of the easiest things to implement were AI tools for content generation, AI chatbots for customer support and lead generation, and workflow automation, something like using AI to manage emails, calendars, and onboarding processes. This was the demand. Businesses wanting to use AI to cut costs and boost efficiency. And this demand created a huge opportunity on the supply side for service providers, where the service meant creating those AI systems. And this, of course, kicked off a wave of AI agencies and startups being created. For example, if you look at Y Combinator's summer 2024 batch, AI startups made up 70% of the cohort. The tools I often talk about on this channel fit into this category. Chatbase, Dante AI, Relevance AI, SynthFlow, Retail, Vapi, and many others. On the other side, we have AI and automation agencies. This is what we do, and there are plenty of others succeeding in this space too, like Liam and his agency Morningside AI, Serdar and Emil from OmniFusion AI, Mark and Taha from Prompt Advisors, Yanis from Integraticus, and that's just within my inner circle. There are many more out there. The main difference is this: startups offering AI tools often provide a productized service like SaaS, software as a service. These tools are available off the shelf. They tend to be less customizable, but are much cheaper than hiring an agency. AI agencies, on the other hand, provide custom solutions tailored to the client's specific tools and business processes. This allows for a much deeper integration. Here's an interesting trend we've noticed. 1.5 years ago, you could sell a basic customer support chatbot, and that was enough. Now, it's becoming harder and harder. Over time, off-the-shelf solutions from startups have evolved and become more advanced and customizable. So today, if someone wants a basic chatbot, even a small business owner, they can just watch a YouTube tutorial, use something like Chatbase, and deploy a basic customer support chatbot to their website. And because of this, businesses that actually hire AI agencies are usually looking for more advanced solutions. Now you need deeper technical expertise on your team. Either you go through the learning curve yourself or bring developers on board. This has always been the case. To succeed in business and overall to become wealthy, the golden rule defined by Naval is obtain specific knowledge and develop unique skills that are difficult to train or replace. In other words, become an expert, and then build credibility and trust around this expertise to attract leads. Now that we are aligned on our view of the landscape, let's discuss exactly what you need to learn and how to get your first clients. While I'll give you the full blueprint here, let's be realistic, you won't gain the whole expertise required to run an AI agency just by watching one video. That's why we've created a specific program. It takes up to 2 months to complete, and by the end of it, you'll have significantly leveled up your skills to be ready to actually handle real-life projects. It is also beginner-friendly, so you can complete it having no development background. This is just a quick disclaimer. I'll be referencing and unpacking content of our program a lot in this video, but that doesn't mean that it's the only way. If you understand the roadmap, you can as well find your own way to work through the learning curve, okay? What skills do you need to master? First, the fundamentals. No matter which niche you choose or which kind of AI application you specialize in, whether it's voice agents or text-based agents or workflow automations, you won't get far without understanding the basics. You need to know what variables, arrays, and objects are. You also need to be comfortable working with JSON constructs and making basic HTTP requests. Even if you stick to low-code or no-code tools, extending their functionalities often requires connecting them to other tools and establishing communication between them. And instead of blindly following templates from YouTube tutorials, I suggest that you learn these fundamentals once and become fluent in building integrations. Then, if you decide to work with JavaScript, as we do at our agency, you'll need to extend your knowledge farther and learn how to work with Node.js. We use Node.js for 95% of our custom solutions, and that's why we've decided to dedicate an entire module to it in our program. Next, we have no-code tools with developer potential. I often emphasize the importance of technical expertise over just using no-code tools, but some no-code tools like BotPress are different. BotPress is an open source platform with a modular architecture. It is highly customizable, self-hosted, and it gives you a full control over data and deployment. It is actually designed for developers rather than non-technical users, so you can build advanced projects using it. This is also why learning JavaScript is so important. It allows you to extend the functionalities of tools like VoiceFlow and BotPress significantly. For example, in our program, we break down how we built a client project using BotPress, and it took us 12 lessons to cover it all. Actually, let me give you a quick sample. I'll show you a video clip directly from our program, just to show you how the lessons look from the inside, okay? But first, I'll explain the context for this project. Our client provides a platform for companies with thousands of employees, allowing them to book courses or exams which are paid for by their employers and then repaid over time through payroll deductions. Employees could previously choose courses from platform vendors or request payments for external courses using a lengthy form. This form basically collected booking details, created an object that was added to the database, and triggered the approval process. The client wanted us to replace this workflow with our AI chatbot that integrates seamlessly into the existing system while improving the user experience. And as I said, there were many steps involved in this project. Let me show you just one example lesson. This one focuses on working with dates. So of course, it is a bit out of context, but I hope it will give you an idea of what the lessons look like.
Let's talk about dates. As you can see, we were able to capture a date provided by a user, and it is December 31. But you can imagine that different users can provide dates in a different way, and we need to save it to the database in some standardized way. So let's work on it. Let's edit the message we send the user. Now we want to use an AI task, so it converts the date provided by the user to some standardized date. So we will store the result to the date variable. So let's create it. Yes, it will be string. Enter. So let's add an AI task, and let's provide the date provided by a user as an input, and let's store the output as workflow date. Let's add a text message that we will use for debugging purposes. Let's see how it converts date. So we created a new variable, and we are given instructions to return a date in ISO 8601 format. Okay, this is not date range, but date. And we ask our AI task to add 1 year to a date if the date is in the past. So let's open our testers and let's test our bot. And you can see that the date was converted to this nice string. But you can see that the year is not correct, even though we provided instructions that the date can't be in the past. And the problem is that LLM does not know the today's date. So let's fix it. Let's add a new card first. The trick is that we need to pass today's date to an AI so it can use it as a point to determine if it is past or future. So let's create a variable for today's date. It is a string. Let's use execute code to set a value to that string. So let's use workflow today date, and let's create a new date and format it as a string, because new date function returns an object with different methods, and we need a string. So we set the today's date. Now it's time to update our instructions. So let's update it to input, and let's provide today's date is today date. That variable insert doesn't work great. Okay, so let's try it again with this update. And we see that it now uses the correct year. Let's check some date in the past. So let's do one more test. So September 15 is in the past, so our AI task adds 1 year to this date, and we set it to 15th of September in 2025. So yeah, we fixed the problem.
Alright, once you've mastered the JavaScript fundamentals and no-code tools, it's time to dive deeper into AI agents. For most of our projects, we work with OpenAI. So in Module 4, we cover how to work with the OpenAI Chat Completions API. This includes topics like memory, RAG, and tools. Without understanding these concepts, it's really hard to build any custom solutions. Then, of course, is deployment. You need to learn how to deploy your projects using different server providers like Replit, Heroku, or AWS Lambda, which we usually use for our projects. We also introduce LangChain and LangGraph. LangChain includes many helper modules for memory, RAG, and other tasks. You won't need to build these solutions from scratch as we do in Module 4, but learning those fundamentals first will help you understand how LangChain works, under the hood. We even touch on creating custom UIs for your projects. Often businesses want to implement an AI chatbot into their website with their own branding and their own design. So this is also a critical skill for many projects. And since creating WhatsApp bot is one of the most requested services at our agency, we've dedicated an entire module to it. This module shows you how to build a WhatsApp bot with AWS integration without relying on third-party tools. With 2 billion active users on WhatsApp monthly, it is no-brainer that many businesses are looking to deploy their AI agent to this particular communication channel. So if you complete all these modules, including quizzes and assignments, we are confident that you'll be skilled enough to handle real-life projects. Of course, we realize that technology evolves rapidly, so we regularly update our program. For example, we recently started using Claude to assist with coding. Tools like Bolt New and Replit Agent are also gaining traction, with their goal being to simplify software development using AI. And as these tools continue to evolve, we'll add new modules, new tutorials teaching you how to use them. And if you join now, you'll have access to all the future updates. All right, this is your action plan for obtaining the necessary expertise. Now let's talk about how to generate leads. There are many ways to approach this, and it really depends on your background. If you are an industry insider with many years of expertise, you probably already have an idea of how to target your potential clients in your niche, but let's assume you're just starting out. First, there is an obvious step that many people overlook. Look around at the people you know. If you have any business owners in your circle, start by talking to them. It's perfectly fine to build your first solution for someone you know as a proof of concept. This gives you practice and you will build your first case study. Once you've explored your personal network, it's time to move to a bit more systemized lead generation methods. And there are two main approaches: inbound and outbound channels. So inbound channels, these focus on attracting customers by providing valuable content like YouTube videos, blog posts, or social media updates. The idea is to deliver value upfront, build credibility, and let potential customers come to you organically. At our agency, most of our leads are inbound. People watch my videos and then reach out to request a project. On the other hand, outbound channels involve proactively reaching out to potential leads through methods like cold emails, cold calls, or direct messages. With outbound, you identify and approach prospects, highlight their problems, and spark interest to close deals. So while inbound leads typically have higher conversion rates because they trust your expertise, outbound is a faster way to get started, especially if you have domain knowledge or some kind of outreach skills. In our program, we provide detailed guidelines on how to use cold emails, LinkedIn, and other channels for outbound outreach. That said, I strongly recommend building up your inbound traffic channels. A great way to do this is to learn and share. Even if you join our AI fellowship, you'll anyway have to work on several solutions before completing the course, and in the meantime, you can already start sharing your process and the results you achieve. So this approach is great because it allows you to share value and attract viewers, meaning potential leads, and at the same time build your credibility by demonstrating your expertise. Obviously, in my opinion, YouTube is the best platform for this space. Through long-form content, you can build a deeper connection with your viewers. Don't forget, it is also the second largest search engine, so you can structure your videos to answer search queries, other words, solve problems. I also love how YouTube algorithms work. It doesn't matter if you're just starting your channel or already have an audience. If your video is valuable, YouTube will push it. That's why it's never too late to start. Here's a great example. Ben AI. I don't know him personally, but he started his channel this year, uploaded only 19 videos, and already gained over 20,000 subscribers. Some of his videos have over 100,000 views, very impressive. He creates in-depth tutorials, clearly understands how to work with relevance AI, so he has his specialty, and he shares great insights. That's all you need to get started, okay? I guarantee he is getting tons of inbound leads right now. So if you decide to grow a YouTube channel, I've prepared a 1-hour video in our AI fellowship program breaking down everything you need to know. It covers gear recommendations, growth strategies, and even my own SOP, standard operating procedure, for creating YouTube videos. Okay, apart from YouTube, there are of course other platforms you can leverage like LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. The best approach is to combine them all and use social media as the top level of your content funnel. At the top level of the funnel, your goal is to attract as many eyeballs as possible. The next step is the middle of the funnel, where again, in-depth YouTube videos can work really well to educate your audience. And finally, convert educated viewers into calls and eventually into clients. Converting calls into clients isn't always that easy, right? You need to develop the skill through practice. In our program, again, we share live sales call recordings to give you a real-life reference for how these conversations are conducted. You need a solid sales framework and the ability to identify your prospects' real needs and problems. Your goal is to make your solution a no-brainer to them by demonstrating that the value you provide by far outweighs the price they'll pay. This is called the value equation approach. First, work with the clients to estimate the value you're providing. For instance, calculate how much they could save annually by replacing 30% of their customer support team with AI. Then settle on a win-win price for your services. Usually you can charge between 25 to 50% of the savings. However, if you are just starting out, a simpler approach is to use a cost-based pricing strategy. Very simple. First, estimate how long the project will take. Second, multiply those hours by the hourly rate of your developer or yourself if you build the solution, and add a markup, usually at least 2x to start. This ensures your costs are covered while providing a healthy margin. Once you've signed your first client, you'll need a standard operating procedure for service delivery. This includes contracting, invoicing, client onboarding, project management, and more. That said, I believe you don't need to have every SOP in place before signing your first client. Just get started and you can refine all these processes later. That's it for this video. The link to our AI fellowship program is in the video description. Even though we just launched it a few weeks ago, we already have students who have closed their first clients and the overall feedback has been amazing, so definitely check it out. You can use the promo code BOSAR20 to get a 20% discount, but it's only available for the first 20 people. After my last video, the program sold 20 spots in a few days, so don't wait. Thank you very much for watching. Whether you join our paid community or not, I really hope this action plan was useful. I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.